EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the... And, oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers, so that's Kenny Pickett.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes, right side. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Wilson to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Dancing to his left. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has it up for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Finally, an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Pickett. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. In motion left, the tight end. Again, it's Harris. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Pickett. The quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So a big call there on their opening drive. They go for it on 4th and goal. It pays off.
And I think, Brandon, they were feeling like they needed to match that touchdown on the other end. They didn't want to give them an advantage by kicking a field goal and being down here at the outset.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. It doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, he comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on this skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 2nd and goal from the 1. Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal.
51's the mic, 51's the mic.
Wilson. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards that time.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, this is Harris, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gain. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To the left, out of your left. You got 3.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's Murray. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 4.
Check 50, check 50.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They go play action now. Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Alex Highsmith, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have regained the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
They find some open field here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll run again with Harris. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Warren. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They hand this off to Harris.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Warren. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Warren
Taking it in from 7 yards away as they have taken the lead.
Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this, partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Wilson finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's it, baby.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andrew Beck punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the 38, Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Pickett now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
For one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Warren, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Harris running straight ahead. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
47 from Mike, 47. Check, 47.
Pickett. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the pass. 55 is Mike, guys, 55.
They go play action with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's pumped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson will throw again. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's another carry for Harris. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On the ground, it's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Warren. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Warren. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. In motion left goes a tight end. On third down, Warren. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On second down now, it's Warren. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Up the middle they go. Warren. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On third down, it's Warren. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run on first down. Warren, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their 25-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Watch the twist.
On 1st down, it's Warren. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Warren, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Warren. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jalen Warren.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the play. But oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 41. Hey, I'm coming. 41.
Here's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will shrink to 6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
49.
On third down, Warren. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Check 47. Let's go, Hattie. Let me know what you got.
Right back to him on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Open man here is Gentry. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run straight ahead with Snell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
49.
On 3rd down, it's Warren, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Warren. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Pickett back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, it's Warren, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Wilson. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This will be caught at about the 5. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the...
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. The kick by McManus is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. But what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, it's Warren. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Warren. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down now, it's Warren, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down. Again, they defer to Snell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st down, Warren. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run on first down. It's Warren, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Let's put that team on the bus. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That goes out wide to Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now. Murray fighting, lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
There's Wilson to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Patrick. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looking to throw. Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
2nd down. Again, they defer to Snell. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Snell yet again. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Let's go, defense.
Now a give here to Snell, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
47 is the mic. I know he ain't got it. 47 is the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
47 mic. Mic 47. Here we go. Mic. Let's go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.